More than a dozen parents in the college admissions scandal have agreed to plead guilty. Now they're waiting to learn if they face prison time. One of them is actress Felicity Huffman. In her first public comments since her arrest, Huffman said yesterday that she feels, quote, deep regret and shame. She's accused of spending $15,000 to boost her daughter's SAT score. Carter Evans is at the University of Southern California in Los Angeles. Carter, good morning.
Good morning. Actress Lori Loughlin is not one of those parents that's working with prosecutors. She allegedly spent $500,000 to get her daughters into USC, but experts are now saying the plea deals on Monday are putting pressure on Loughlin and others who have yet to cooperate.
Felicity, anything to say?
Just days after appearing in a Boston federal courtroom, actress Felicity Huffman admitted her guilt in the nation's largest college admissions scandal. In a statement, the 56-year-old said, "I accept full responsibility for my actions and will accept the consequences. My daughter knew absolutely nothing, and in my misguided and profoundly wrong way, I have betrayed her." As part of Huffman's plea deal, prosecutors are advising a prison term at the low end of the sentencing guidelines of 4 to 10 months. She's also agreed to pay a $20,000 fine.
Felicity Huffman pleading guilty and giving such a perfect statement of remorse and contrition is a very bad sign for Lori Loughlin. If you go forward and fight this case, you really could wind up with a sentence that is a lot of time in prison.
The 13 parents pleading guilty are accused of cheating or using bribes to help guarantee their children's admission into college, including Stanford, which has confirmed it expelled a student whose application was linked to the scandal.
What we don't know is what the government is going to do about some of the students, because some of the students knew exactly what their parents were doing.
Among the parents agreeing to plead guilty, real estate developer Bruce Isaacson and his wife Davina, who admitted paying more than $250,000 in Facebook stock to bribe a soccer coach to get their daughter into UCLA. In a statement, the Isaacsons said they were profoundly sorry, adding, "Our duty as parents was to set a good example for our children, and instead we have harmed and embarrassed them by our misguided decisions."
By having these guilty pleas all at one time, it's to send a message out there to the remaining defendants that you better get in here, and you better get in here quick.
Now, the 13 defendants are going to have to return to Boston to formally enter their guilty pleas. A source with knowledge of the investigation says there are dozens of other parents under investigation in California alone who have not been named publicly. Gayle.
Thank you, Carter. I think some of the parents need to call Ricky Kleeman. Her observations quite often are always, to me, seem to be so on point. And I have to say to Felicity Huffman to own it, to apologize and express deep remorse. Especially, I can't think of anything worse as a parent than embarrassing your children.
Yeah, but then the second lesson, accepting responsibility.
Exactly.
Incredibly important.
Yeah, she owned it and apologized. And on the other hand, here's Lori Loughlin, who's out taking pictures and signing autographs outside the court proceedings. I don't know if that sends the right message. The story continues, as you know. Carter, we thank you again.